Once upon a time, in a small town on the outskirts of Lagos Ikoradu, there lived a young girl named Sharon. She was just an ordinary girl from a humble home. Her parents had worked tirelessly to see her through school, and when she gained admission into the University of Lagos, it was one of the proudest moments of their lives. In her first year, Sharon lived simply. She attended lectures, queued at the cafeteria like everyone else, and returned to her small hostel room to study. She wasn't the most popular, but she was focused, and her parents trusted that she would make them proud. By her second year, things began to change. University life was not as easy as it first appeared. The pressure grew heavier: assignments, bills, and the constant reminder of the gap between those who had money and those who struggled. Sharon often watched her mates arriving on campus in expensive cars, dressed in the latest fashion, living the kind of life she could only dream about. One sunny afternoon, after a long lecture, Sharon was walking back across the campus, tired and weighed down with books. That was when a sleek, black Mercedes slowed down beside her. The tinted glass rolled down, and an elderly man, dressed smartly, leaned out with a gentle smile. His name was Ben. At first, it was nothing, just a greeting, a small conversation. But over time, their paths kept crossing. A short ride here, a little help there. And slowly, without even realizing it, and then Ben got Sharon attractive in his eyes, so he confessed his love for her, and she accepted from there. Sharon's world began to change. On campus, she was no longer the quiet girl who blended into the crowd. She started appearing in lecture halls with designer handbags, her phone buzzing with calls from wealthy friends, her hair styled by the best salons. Students whispered her name wherever she went. Some admired her, others envied her, but everyone noticed her. Her friends often advise her on this life she chooses, and besides, he's even way more older to be her father, but she kept on ignoring them. When Ben bought her a brand new car, the whole campus shook. Sharon became a symbol of success, a girl living the kind of life many only saw on Instagram. She partied in places her classmates couldn't afford, traveled on weekends, and wore clothes that turned heads. To outsiders, Sharon was living a dream. But at home, nothing had changed. She still returned humbly during holidays, taking public transport, carrying her mother's foodstuff, and sitting quietly at family prayers. Her parents had no reason to suspect anything. To them, she was still their innocent, hardworking daughter. Sharon had mastered the art of living two lives, one of glitz and glamour in Lagos, and another of humility and obedience in Ikoradu. But deep down, she knew it was only a matter of time before both worlds collided. But no secret lasts forever. One quiet afternoon in Ikoradu, Sharon was at home with her parents when the sound of a luxurious car echoed through their street. Neighbors rushed out, whispering and pointing as a sleek Rolls-Royce pulled up in front of their modest house. Out stepped Ben, confident, smiling, holding a gift bag in his hand. He walked straight towards the door as if he owned the place. Sharon's father stood up, puzzled. Her mother's hands trembled as she adjusted her wrapper. And then, with a calm voice, Ben said the words that shattered everything. "My name is Ben. I'm Sharon's boyfriend. I came to pay my respects." Silence filled the room. Her mother's eyes dimmed with disbelief. Her father turned slowly to Sharon, his voice heavy, carrying both anger and sorrow. "Sharon, so this is the life you chose." At that moment, Sharon broke down in tears. All the whispers, all the warnings from her friends, all the lies she had told her parents, came crashing down. At school, she had lived like a queen. At home, she played the perfect daughter, but the truth had finally caught up with her. And just like that, Sharon's double life was no longer a secret. In the end, Sharon learned the hard way that every choice has a price, and some prices are too heavy to bear.